Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Lots to get to today in the world of Husker football, other college football, NFL winners and losers today.
Oh, I love that.
We had day one of the high school football state championships
There were some
completed.
incredible things that happened.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. We got three more games today. By the way, all 3 of them will be heard here on the ticket.
Incredible.
We got 10:15 a.m. Class C1, Wahoo and Boone Central. At 2:45, Class C2, Norfolk Catholic against Ord. And at 7:15, we'll have Omaha West Side and Elkhorn South today here on the ticket in high school football.
That's a lot.
Did you get the wrong one? Oh, hang on. Switch this. Take that one. Move that. No, you're good. You're good. There we go. Right. That's.
How about this?
You took the wrong
I'm talking
one.
into 2.
Now you're good.
You're talking to the wrong mic. That look
Right.
good.
That's
But
the
keep
one.
them both there.
Yeah.
Even
Please.
though one's not working.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit ridiculous,
Yeah.
but I like
No,
that.
I
That's how
like
we
it.
operate here.
I like it. They want me on 2 mics.
Yes. the more sound, the
You're
better. for
Steve
you.
Stern.
The more sound, the better.
Yeah.
One's being piped to Ukraine.
Yes, that was specific.
Who snorted? Someone snorted.
That was Jake. That was me yesterday or Friday. That was not me today.
Y'all keep track. There's been 2 snorts.
2 snorts in the last couple of days.
Too. I
How
have
about
snorted.
You snort.
Can we give a massive shout out to kick things off from Idle Chit Chat, and then I'll
Yeah,
you guys
kick
can
it
do-
off.
The stat of the day yesterday in high school football was an 8-man.
Oh, yeah.
And
This is incredible.
I swear to you, this is a legitimate stat. It's real. Sandhills Thedford, running back, who played really a wildcat quarterback. He had guys blocking for him, a wing T, as Bill said before the show to me. Kyle Cox from Sandhills Thedford in a 50-12 win carried the ball 65 times last night for 486 yards. 6 touchdowns and just a long of 30. It was just a battering ram out there, getting consistently 15, 20 yards, basically. 65 carries in the ball game for 486 yards, 6 touchdowns. I showed Bill the post-game interview. He said, "What are you gonna do next?" "I'm gonna go to sleep. I got practice for basketball starting up Wednesday." That's what he
Basketball
said.
practice Wednesday. We have a
That's what
game
he said.
next week. That's
Simple life.
That's also when you're a dude, because real dudes play multiple sports.
Yeah.
The guys, they just change uniforms, and I would imagine when he goes on the floor, it's not like, I don't know why he's out there. He's not very good.
No, I'm sure he's
No,
a stud.
no, he's really good. Guarantee it. I was blown away. Imagine that. Hey, tomorrow. Imagine the coach talking to us tonight for the game. Hey, tomorrow, I give you the rock quite a bit. You good for it? Yeah. How many times? I'm thinking somewhere between 60 and 70. Somewhere between 60
I
and
got you,
70.
Coach. I'm good, Coach.
That was just insane. I've never heard of those numbers in my life.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
What does that happen in that level? Does it?
You'll get a lot of big. You get a lot of huge 300, 400-yard games. That happens at that level. You'll get some breakout plays, and if you have one dominant play, yes, that can happen. But in a state championship game, 65 carries,
65.
and
Wonder how many plays they ran.
there's never. Imagine if you're
Good question.
like on defense like that. Hey, we need to focus in on that one guy at halftime.
Yeah, the guy's got 32 carries.
Yes,
at
the guy
halftime.
that-
Maybe that guy.
Hey, what do you guys think defensively? Well, we got to try to look at one thing. We got to try to stop.
That'd be helpful. But I just want to shout him out.
That's
I
good.
think that was the important.
I just love the interview. Yeah, I've got basketball practice tomorrow.
I get some sleep.
I get to go to bed tonight, and I got practice coming up.
Yep.
So shout out to Kyle Cox and Sandhill Stedford. 65 carries in the title games, 486 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Shout out to those people up front blocking.
the lineman. He gave a shout out to those guys.
Okay. Did he? And they're the one that's the real grinders in the deal.
Oh, yeah. They ran the ball. All right, what about Bennington?
Bennington beat Scott Catholic 21-0 in Class B. Third straight title for Bennington.
Bennington, very interesting. 3 straight titles. They have not had a D1 player. in that stretch. No D1 players. They're a massive army.
Yeah.
They just wear you down and grind you down with numbers.
Yes.
They've not even had close to a D1 player.
And then I got the fortunate of having something happen early in the summer where I went up and watched Stanton practice. Remember we talked about that?
That's right. You did watch Stanton.
Yeah, I did not talk to the team. Did not address the team like I did at halftime with the girls' basketball state championship game.
That was epic, by the way. They're still talking about it.
Great fact. I got to talk to the team at halftime.
Titletown.
All right. You went to Stanton?
Went to Stanton, watched them practice. Then we had an event that night with their booster club. So I've been very pro Stanton all.
That's why you're asking about Stanton.
That's what. Yeah. So anyway, so I was very pro Stanton the entire year, following them. Then this year, more idle chit chat. Not this year, but today, I get to go up to Titletown to Pender for they got awarded from National Award Blue Ribbon School. Myself has a chance to address the masses with the governor.
No kidding.
Yes. Yes.
This is getting scary.
In Pender.
This is alarming.
You and Jim Pillen will be up in Pender.
Me and Jim Pillen will be in Pender today.
Just kind of keep your distance from Pillen, unless you say something incredibly embarrassing.
There's a chance.
We need some photos or some.
Excuse me, Governor.
Today.
Excuse me, Governor. Did you hear bugaboos today? Well, it's probably a little busy, Bill. I was trying to.
Are you going to take a photo with the governor and put "So Blessed" on it?
So blessed and send it out. Hashtag humble.
All right. I opened up a can of worms. Let's talk about something pleasant.
Gets me so mad.
Can of worms opened up right there.
Yes.
Amazing. Anything else for idle chit chat? Sit from you at all?
All I did yesterday was work. Seems like I had something.
That's all you do. Grind.
You grind.
Grind.
He's a grinder over here. I just work really slow. I mean,
slow doing. I'm like, my wife's like, you've been working on that like 2 hours. It's not really that's a 15-minute job.
Right, exactly.
I get distracted.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
The shiny ball in the room. I get distracted.
100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I was working till 9. Yeah. No, I got a big week. This is a tough week. I don't want to think about it right now. Let's just do the show.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do the show.
There we go. That's
a lot going on.
I know Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today to get ahead for a 2024 fertilizer program.
Anything going on over at the Wrought Iron Ranch?
At the ranch. Nothing much going on over there. We needed the rain.
Yeah.
The rain was really good. We needed some rain.
Yeah.
So I was
but he's not. But the dude's not posted up at your house.
What's
no
that?
office.
What's that?
Andrew.
Andrew. I told him to take the week off. Take the week off.
It's Thanksgiving week.
Thanksgiving week. Take the week off. Monday we'll see you at 4 a.m. when I leave. I'll honk at you when you leave. He's got like those miner's hat that he wears. He has a hat.
Does he?
Yeah, with the hat with a big flashlight.
Does he?
He's out there looking for weeds and stuff like at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. He's the miner.
He sees one weed. He cusses saying, "How dare you?
How dare you?" He attacks it. It's Andrew Newton.
You gave him the week.
Give him the week off. Give him the week off.
Oh hey, by the way, I saw the wrought iron fence. It's beautiful.
Is it beautiful?
The fence is it's a handsome fence. It's a handsome, regal.
They don't
fence.
make those on my side of town.
Jake stopped over at the house the other day.
I did.
Yeah, he stopped over at the house. It was great.
That's nice. I never get invited. Never.
What's that? That's not true. You never show up. Don't even start with me. Don't even start.
Bill had probably 10 times. It's never going to happen. It's going to stop at this point.
You're on. You know me pretty well at this point. Hey, just got a lot going on. Okay, what else is going on?
Well, we got some Matt Rule audio from yesterday.
Okay.
You were at the press conference. Weren't you there, Sip?
Yeah.
Did Sip get a question in?
I got a few.
I don't have the questions for Sip.
Don't worry about it.
What was your angle? What were you trying to get at? Not angle. What information were you trying to get from?
Why the bowl is big. You had a good answer on that, by the way, if you want to play that.
I got it right here. Matt Rule, a benefit.
You play what you want to play.
I can play that.
Okay.
I got everything from Matt Rule, but here's the benefits of a bowl game from Matt Rule yesterday at the press conference.
The number one thing is the practice. We need the reps, the practice. Like, I think like Shake Shack's about to be Jason's about to be a really good player. I think, Ruquan Buckley's been making the move over to the offensive line. He's going to be a dynamic guard, I think. I want to get him another month of playing O-line. Obviously, there'd be we got there for the first time in however many years for everybody else. And I get that. Trust me. But to me, it's about the reps and the development and the opportunity to go compete again. But more importantly, it's about winning the game to get there. Like, we got to go win the game. You wake up on Saturday morning before the Wisconsin game, and you're watching other games, and they're putting up the Big Ten West, and we're in second place to start the day. But we didn't win, so you don't get to stay there. And so I want our guys to win one of these games so that, A, they know that they've achieved it, B, we get to practice, C, we can move some guys around and try some things. Like, if you think about it, like, we went to Wisconsin, and our punt returner was a true freshman, and our kick returner was a true freshman who's actually redshirting this year. So give me another month to practice with those guys. That's, to me, that's the benefit. It's the guys who are playing, but it's also, Steve, the players who are redshirting, because, when you're redshirting or you're not playing a ton, you start to say, like, am I good enough? Am I going to – when you start to have a vision of, man, they know I can play. They know what I can do. Like, can't wait for you guys to see Dylan Rogers. Can't wait for you guys to see DeAndre Barnes. Jeremiah Charles played for the first time. It's still his redshirt year. Those guys are going to be excellent. I can't wait for you guys to see Bryce Turner. So another month with those guys would be great. But most importantly, to go win the game, to go win a game and earn it, I think it's what good teams do down the stretch.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned.
And by the way, if you're curious, right before the show, check this to make sure. Nebraska, as of right now, against 9-2 Iowa, is a 2.5-point favorite. Nebraska, a 2.5-point favorite as of this morning prior to the show.
Well, you won last year with Bill. They did pretty much take him to the woodshed, right?
It was a good win. But that number surprises me a little bit.
Me too.
If you just sit and say, okay, why? Well, it's 9-2. And to win their 10th game is a big thing for them. Iowa's going into this. I'm not talking to Iowa. Like, I have friends in their staff and that I've coached with before. I don't ask them, like, wait, which
you know Petrus, though.
What's that? I do. He's in the portal. He's in the portal. But anyway, 10 wins is very big for them. Very, very big. So you're looking at it's like, hey, this is not someone had asked in the social media. I have text messages from it too. Hey, will Iowa sit their starters? And I'm like, whoa, what? No, they're trying to do everything they can to win 10 games. Starters. That's a big deal.
This isn't the NBA.
A big deal. I wonder if that'd be a great clause to know about Kurt Friends. If there is a clause in his contract for a 10-win season.
Ooh,
I bet there probably is. I may be wrong, but that's a big win. We all know when there's certain numbers that are big. 10-2, that's a big number.
What do you think he would get if it's in there?
100,000.
So
you might be worth it then.
You might get big Deacon Hale going to him and say, "I'm gonna get you $100,000 today."
You get 100 large.
I'm gonna get you 100 large.
Yeah. Just don't do it by.
But yeah, it does. It surprises you.
It does.
When you go down through it.
It does. Yeah. Nebraska's the favorite.
They started up. Iowa began as a 1.5-point favorite. Then it went to Nebraska, a 1-point favorite. Then it went to even, and now it's Nebraska 2.5 as of this morning, right before the show began.
Interesting.
Whether you understand why or not, I don't care. I don't make the odds, but that's
I know
what it's at. It's amazing.
So it's basically even if you account for the home field. Anyway, It's still surprising to me. Yeah, go ahead and play what Rule said about the clock management inside of 2 minutes.
All right, I'm not going to play all 5 minutes of this. I'll play the first part of this.
Okay, is it a 5-minute answer?
It's like 4.5 minutes I have. So this is
play the key part.
Matt Rule. Again, discussing the end of the game situation, going to overtime. Well, how that happened, Matt Rule.
I'll be frank. I'm assuming you're referring, like, I probably should have called the timeout earlier, right? No, I'd rather address it directly than not. As I said after the game, for me, it was really important in that game that I gave the defense a chance to win the game. Because too many times we haven't given the defense a chance to win the game. So when you look at it from an outsider's perspective, and you haven't seen the Minnesota ending. You haven't seen the ending last week. Yeah, from a traditional perspective, I completely understand it. Because we had missed one earlier, because we have a freshman kicker, because it was cold, because of all those different things. I wanted to make sure I got the ball down in a certain area. I also didn't want to kick it because we didn't get that third down. I didn't want to give them the ball with 40 seconds left because if you go back to last week, what happened? They went down and they kicked a field goal. So I didn't want to throw an interception in the end zone. I'm saying I wanted to be conservative to get the first down, make sure we had the first down, not give them time to go on and kick the field goal. I thought we were playing really well on defense and we would stop them in overtime and win the game, or we'd have a chance. Let's say, hey, make sure we have a shot at the end zone. If I could go back, like I said after the game, I'd have called the timeout with 30 seconds and had 2 shots in the end zone. I don't know for us how many shots we're going to hit from like the 18 to 20 yard line. So I say all that to say you make those decisions based upon your team, right? So in the offseason, we do it based upon other teams and the analytics. And, the analytics told me to go for it on 4th and 2 on the previous drive. My gut was to punt the ball down, that we were going to stop them. That was right. My gut was Michigan State. It said to go for on 4th and 7. That's what the analytics said. I punted the ball down. We got the stop. So, I think sometimes you have to I take the analytics, they give it to me, and I also kind of take what we have. And, I'll be perfectly honest with you, like, we get that ball to overtime. We have them 3rd and 10. We have them 3rd and 8. And unfortunately, we just don't make the play. But I stood in front of the team and said, hey, guys, I wish I would have called the timeout with 30 seconds and given you 2 shots. In terms of practicing it, we practice those things every Friday. We practice those things every Thursday, either or. We practice them all off season. I think when you see a quarterback who's been on the scout team not get a ton of reps, and he takes the ball from the 93 or the 94 and drives it down, it's pretty good coaching by Sat and Garrett and all those guys.
I will pause it right there.
So, hey, the first thing is, Jake, he wasn't asked about it. It was fast. The most fascinating thing to me about it was he wasn't asked about it. It was a question. It was a general question about, do you practice late game? How do you practice late game situations? How do you discuss it with your staff? And he just said, okay, let's just get to it. You're asking me about that situation at the end of the game. But
the question didn't.
No, it wasn't about that. It was interesting. He just said, come on, I know what you're doing here. I'll answer the question everybody wants to hear. So he answered it. It makes sense on a lot of levels, right? The one level it doesn't. He says he wanted to have his defense have a chance to win the game, put his defense in position to win the game. Well, he could have with 40 seconds left. If you have 40 seconds left, your defense, if it has to get a stop, you're putting it on the defense. I guess what he's saying is he wanted to give his defense a chance in overtime, right? And then it just didn't work. The defense didn't stop.
I think that's what he's trying to say. But again, we said yesterday, there's no such thing as scoring too soon. Especially with a team that struggles to score, and you have a defense you trust in. Well, yeah, that's where it doesn't make sense, right? If you trust your defense and you want to put it on your defense, you're not worried with 40 seconds left. This isn't 250; it's 40 seconds.
Although, would you say, well, it's a little different situation with 40 seconds left? There's a different approach on defense? I don't know.
Yeah, you have some different approach to it, but the two things are tough. I understand the fan is trying to. It gets boggled in their minds a little bit when we.
Yep.
With the defense able to win it, we'll let them have a chance to win it in regulation.
Right. That's what I didn't say very clearly.
That's probably where the fans are looking at it with that. I told Jake, I said before the show, I said, there's different ways to look at it. And as far as like down the road, if I was looking at something, I would look at that as minute 35 with 3 timeouts, which means you have almost unlimited plays, which means you have that's 8 plays minimum from that spot. It's either going to score or you're not going to score. Where if you looked at the game and you just said, we're in overtime right now, and basically what happened was Wisconsin had the ball first, and they scored. They got 3 points. So in this part, though, our job is to try to go score a touchdown and end the game.
Okay.
I agree there's still a clock involved. I understand that is a little bit different. There's still a clock involved. But that would be a way to look at the situation to say, hey, this is good. Instead of being like, because once we say we're going to overtime, now it's back to evens. But if you're sitting there at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Weren't they first and at the 20 with like a minute 35 to go?
First at the 26.
26.
Yeah,
with 26. Plenty of time.
With 135 to go.
135.
Yeah.
So quite a bit of time to be able to do that. So that's a way you could look at it.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the way you could look at it. With that, they did. In one thing that was done well though, they did get themselves in a good spot to make the field goal. They made the field goal, so they did go into overtime evens.
Yeah.
So you still had a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
2 ways.
Yeah.
A, stop them. B, score. Because that was the question right away. I know I was watching the game with a couple friends. I go, hey, what do you guys think? If they score, are they going for 2 to win the game, or are they going to the next overtime? That's just the conversation. But you did.
I was wondering about that too.
But you did have a chance, right away because they being Nebraska got the advantage right off the start when they won the toss.
Right.
Like that.
And then Wisconsin, and they had Wisconsin 3rd and long twice, right?
Two different times.
3rd and long twice. Yeah. So it wasn't egregious in any way. These things always happen with late game situations. They don't always happen, but we all play head coach, right, to a certain extent. And I'm terrible at clock management, so I'm usually the last guy to weigh in. I don't. But I was standing there going, man, he let 20 after second down, he let 20 seconds roll off, which I thought was a little much. But he explained it. I mean, he did explain it, he eventually said, Jake, that it wasn't like he was just froze up. I mean, there was intention with what they were doing. They were intentional in what they were doing. It wasn't like, hey, there was confusion. There wasn't any confusion. He was doing what he thought he should do.
Correct.
So now, again, it comes down to they got one shot at the end zone, which wasn't much of a shot. I'm not a big corner route guy with a guy who's my size. I mean, I want Terrell Owens back there.
I think the mission was, hey, either this is going to be caught at the very back or it's going to be out of bounds.
100.
There is no chance in the interception here at all. You understand? You understand? Got it.
Well, and that's the way he threw it.
Don't get sacked.
That's the way he threw it. So what Rule is saying is maybe I should have put us in position for 2 shots or maybe even 3. But from the 16, from the 18, you're still pretty low percentage with this team. You don't have a big time. There's no Nunwa out there. I mean, there's no Kenny Bell.
Yeah, I was my thoughts from watching, they're going to probably go with a 3x1 all vertical seam balls or 2x2, the same thing, and try to get Fedoni matched up, get a big body down the end zone where we can almost turns into a basketball play. Not a up and over play like that. We're just in the seam because where you have to be on the receiver, he'd have a chance to be able to make that. The big body was always something. So I thought that's in general, and every time we would play the last play of the game from roughly in that area, I had a call called win-win, and what we worked the most was the verticals, the 4 verticals, and who the body, where that ball was going to go. So I thought that might happen. The corner route is also one where it could be. I think you're probably looking for, hey, there's been an egregious error in coverage, or there's been a someone falls down, something weird happens, and he's there. If not, they get the ball out of bounds.
Well, maybe you get a flag in that situation.
Yeah, could happen that also.
Well, there's no magic plays. I'm still I
use that one all the time on defense. I go, there's no magic blitz. If we had magic blitz, how often would I call it?
Right, because
every snap.
Because in those situations, I'm always thinking to myself, what's Sat got? What's the OC got? What do you got here? Well, there's no magic. I mean, does he have something? I don't know. There's nothing. There's no magical play he can call. I don't think. Not in that. Not down in the red zone. Field's condensed.
Yeah,
but you got to have some dudes make some.
But I will say this, and they alluded to it, how much they practice it. You do have an ample number of reps that you do exactly at that time. There's never a time there's a call from the 13 or the 8 where it's like, what? What? It's like, no, we know what they're doing. No, when we get to the spot, we know this is. You've been well taught on what's going on. You know exactly what's happening. That's always the thing on defense. You're calling it. They have such a great feel if you've prepared them the right way. They look over on 3rd down, everything. They're going, yeah, I knew he was going to call that. I knew that's what was coming. You know why? Because that's what we worked this week. We trended. All of a sudden, you want to look over and go, what? What? And everyone's kind of has that look on their face, like, what are we doing? Yes, that's in our call sheet, but that's not what we do at this spot or whatever. Right. So all those different things, you try to put them in so many scenarios that you have to be able to work yourself there. There's so many situations in football. It's ridiculous, the number of situations that come up with clock and the different things that happen.
I'm interested in this, and I'm not being critical of anybody here. It's just interesting to me that you're throwing a corner route to a 5'8" guy. Yeah,
I'm with Bill on that one. In terms of, hey, red zone, tight ends, go to the tall guy, the big guy. That's your target, not the small receiver.
Or and Malachi would be a guy I'd think about a little bit more.
Yeah, big body, length.
We have a take from Wet Blanket here on the text line. The blanket 464
something positive coming at us.
He says, why do you have to take shots with 2 timeouts and a spike? You can call 2 running plays if you wanted to.
He's not wrong. They
did call some running plays down there. They got down.
Yeah, I didn't remember what the actual sequence was for the final.
Don't do this to me. There was at least there was a run by Chubb and a run by Emmett Johnson. So they were running the ball.
But yes, there were that. I think what I would imagine the listeners, the breakers, are saying is like once they got to the 26, there was that much time. It's like go, run the ball,
right?
Because you can.
Right. That's what. Now I'm. Yes, I'm of that mind.
Instead of you could have went fast and ran it instead of just going let the clock just be going.
Right.
That's probably what they're looking at. But he had a plan, and so of what they wanted to have happen, they wanted to make sure that when it went to zeros, that the game was still going.
Right, and he wanted to get his freshman kicker in position.
That would be the idea of being the score being tied at zeros. They all would have tied together. That was my 1A comment.
There's some controversy there. All right, what else do you have?
Well, regarding Chubba Purdy.
Yeah, what Chubba?
Here was rule.
Hey, one thing I want to lead into that with that. Nobody asked if he was going to start. Fascinating to me.
It's the first time, right?
No, yeah. Now,
first time has been no question.
Yeah. Now, what everybody said to me, Jake, Bill, was simple. Why do you have to ask? You know he's going to start. I guess. Sort of interesting to me that nobody even you didn't say. So I
think that would be remarkably shocking if all of a sudden somebody else jogged out there besides.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's probably
fine in the game.
Well, that's probably why you didn't have to ask.
Yeah.
Then. But at the end of the press conference, I did want to say, hey, is Chubba starting the game? Just well, maybe just to make it official.
Here is Matt Rule again, reevaluating Chubba Purdy against Wisconsin from Saturday. Here's Matt Rule yesterday.
I thought Chubba played really well. He came in on Sunday, and he and I sat down, and I think the thing that takes you from good to great is when you go back and look and say, hey, what are the plays I could have done? Not just concentrate on things you did well. There's maybe 4, 5, 6 plays where first progression is not there. Maybe he scrambles and the backside in cuts wide open, and put a couple more reps, over the course of the season. Maybe he gets back to that a little easier. But I thought he was in command the whole game. I thought he protected the ball. I thought he had great energy. I thought he was making a lot of good decisions. I harken back to like the Minnesota week. Like, if you look at our scout team for the Minnesota game, like Chubba was the quarterback, Emmett was the tailback. And those guys the last 2 weeks have taken us down on drives with a chance to win the game. So there's always there's always things to get better at. But I thought overall, Chubba, I thought he was a real spark in the game.
Chubba. I thought his command was good. I thought his decision making was fine. His presence was good. He did all he. He did. I'd say he got a B. I give him a B. Grading. He was fine. I guess he's the guy.
He seemed comfortable to me, right? He seemed like he belonged in that role.
Definitely did.
14-0 lead. He was sharp off.
I wondered about
his legs, passing the football. So
I wondered about because I didn't think he looked comfortable last year.
I totally agree with that.
I thought he looked skittish, but he didn't. He's grown. He's clearly grown, and that game will help him a lot.
It will. It'll help you. It'll help him a lot. And like I said, he made some incredible plays with his feet.
He can really run.
Because they had a free blitzer on his touchdown run
on a 55-yarder.
Yeah, they had a corner cat we call it, and it was unblocked, and he just made a miss and just ran for a touchdown.
He ran by some guys. Which again was a great play there. It is shocking what Wisconsin looks like on defense right now physically. It was very shocking to me. So they're not even close to Iowa.
No, Iowa's.
See, that's the thing.
Iowa's not, but Iowa's not as good as they were last year.
Right.
They're still really good, though.
They're still really good. They're not as good as they were last year.
Okay.
I mean, they had the Butkus Award winner at linebacker.
Jack Campbell.
So they don't have him walking around.
No.
That's a big difference. And then obviously Cooper DeJean got hurt last year's game, and now he's out for this game also.
That helps Matt.
But as far as they're not. They're not as close, physically. And Wisconsin's not even remotely close to what they were last year on defense. Just as far as movement skills, they don't have those. And you saw it show up. Nebraska exploited that. Did a nice job.
But they did. Then the offense stalled out. What did we say? 7 straight punts. 7 straight scoreless possessions.
Yes.
5 punts during that. They stalled out. That's what scares you against Iowa. If you stall out.
But if you get 14, you win.
Perhaps.
If you get 14, you
have
win
a
the
great
game.
chance.
Great chance to win the game. I don't think Iowa could score 2 touchdowns. It's going to be a punter game. What's the weather, Jake?
The weather is going to be, thank you, Bill, for asking. The weather for Friday here in Lincoln is going to be a high of 32 degrees. I don't see precipitation. I think it's just going to be cloudy.
Wind.
So you're looking at about 26 at kickoff. Wind's always the thing.
The wind is looking like 7 to 13 miles per hour, maybe gusts to 23 miles per hour on Friday.
So cold as?
I'm not saying.
Cold.
Cold is cold.
At kickoff, it's going to be right around 30 degrees for that game.
Okay.
In terms of so I mentioned Nebraska is a favorite by 2.5 points.
God, that's amazing.
In terms of the the points in the game, it's at 26.5. So they're basically saying, like a 14 to 12 game, 14 to 13 game, essentially.
Yeah.
Is that the lowest?
Bill just says 14 points. That's what they're saying.
It's about as low as
14,
I've ever
12,
seen.
14, 13.
2023.
Where points are scored at an epic rate.
Epic rate.
26.5 might be the lowest I've ever seen for an over-under.
Yeah, it's low.
Well, the game was last week's game versus Illinois was it 30 or something of that nature? At halftime, it was they were at 19. That was the score. They were at 19. Didn't make it. Didn't make it to the overs.
28 points in that game. 15-13.
Didn't make it.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that caught your fancy?
I was going to maybe play the state of the program, possibly.
Yeah.
You want that? We're probably kind of running back on time here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You run the board, Jake.
Okay. I will play this one and we'll get to break after this.
Okay.
Matt Rule, state of the program heading into the Iowa game at 5 and 6.
I would say that if my gut, if you did an autopsy and you cut open the football program here, it's as healthy as it could be, and guys are feel as invested in, as poured into, and as coached and as developed as possible. So I wish we'd have blocked the kick against Maryland and won the game. I wish we would have, won the game in overtime the other night. Those results would probably be more tangible our guys would feel better to be more tangible to the outside world. I get all that, but the development is the development and the improvement is the improvement. And more than anything else, players want to know that they're getting better. The transfer portal is going to open up all across college football, and so many people are going to be making a decision about their current. Is another situation better based upon how much they're playing? And my statement to guys is always, how do you want this to end? Like when you're a senior, what do you want to be an NFL player? Are you trending towards that direction? Not your current state, but are you improving and developing? And so I think our team, I don't think I've ever stood up here with you guys and said, like, hey, geez, we got this guy's hurt, that guy's hurt. I mean, I'm actually proud that when we put the third quarterback in, you guys say, well, how come? That means we probably are practicing pretty well. We're probably doing some things well. Like, I'm proud that we put Justin Evans-Jenkins in or Teddy Prohaski in. And Teddy missed all of training camp. He's out there playing left tackle against Wisconsin in the crowd noise. And so and he's playing pretty well, so I just think, you watch Jalen Lloyd, on the bye week, Jalen and I and his parents were deciding if he should play or not, or if he should redshirt. And now Jalen's hitting seam balls for touchdowns. And so when we talk about buy-in from parents, talk about buy-in from players, I couldn't be happier about where we are. I couldn't be angrier about our record, if that makes sense. And two things can be true.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be invested because the team they're playing is going to be invested. Well, they're going to have to really. They're going to have to play really well to win this game. The line's the line, but they're going to have to play really well.
Well, we talked about it. I know all of us. I know I mentioned. I said that I felt the Wisconsin locker room was very difficult. You could just tell body language, everything.
And they got that stop.
And then, but on the TV, the announcer made a very big point about how they talked to both teams, and the difference between the two teams was it seemed as if Wisconsin was completely in the tank and Nebraska wasn't.
Yeah.
And so it was like the locker room, like we talked about, was even though the records were the same, the locker rooms weren't the same. Now they found a way to get the win, but it was funny talking about that, which says that what Coach Rule's saying is that the locker room,
it makes sense.
Everything is still in really good shape. And locker room's important, which Jim Harbaugh's going to talk about here.
Yeah, we'll get some Jim Harbaugh audio regarding that. And also, Let's talk about Florida State. A rough situation for them. They're undefeated, but their quarterback's gone for the year. We'll discuss that next on Early Break of the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Before you cut the turkey with family and friends, bring them to the Icebox the night before on Wednesday, November 22nd, as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. It's the Stars' annual Thanksgiving Eve game tradition, and you won't want to miss out on the beer specials, scraps, goals, and much more. Lock in your seats today for the Stars versus the Storm at LincolnStars.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get to Jim Harbaugh in a second. Some audio there and Florida State discussion.
Okay.
We got a breaker here, by the way. That's
No,
some
we
gifts
don't.
for us. Yeah.
Nice. Gifts. I love gifts.
Oh, we'll get to that here in a few minutes. Before that, Computer Hardware is Nebraska's Apple authorized service provider. Are you upgrading your iPad, Sip, or do you have questions about what Apple device is best for you? Don't go anywhere else for all your Apple product needs. Computer Hardware has served as Nebraska's Apple partner since 1980 and has a team of experts to help you with 4 locations in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island. Stop by and see them today. Computer Hardware, Tripp and the team here in Lincoln at 70th and O, right by Taco Wade.
Please stop and see him. Just stop and see Tripp. You'll be so happy. It's incredible. I wake up every day and I go, hope something goes wrong with either my laptop or something, so I can go in and see those guys. That's how good they are. I just hope something goes wrong. But I bought my laptop from Tripp, so it probably won't go wrong. He just sells good stuff.
That's a good point.
It's incredible.
Yesterday, Jim Harbaugh, who is not coaching against Ohio State because of suspension, was still talking to the media in preparations for the game on Saturday of Michigan, Ohio State, the number 2, number 3 teams in the country. And at some point, he was talking about the locker room and what it's like. And it's a very short clip, but here's Jim Harbaugh.
This is great.
And the comparison to what the locker room is like right now. Jim Harbaugh from yesterday.
I'm just so proud of our team. Despite that noise, our locker room's in one piece. And like Ted, for me, locker rooms, a lot like my mom's bathing suits. Like to see them in one piece.
He said it with a straight face, and he's ready for questions after that.
That's incredible.
That's Jim Harbaugh.
I just feel like the joke's on us sometimes.
The joke. This is the most. This is the most wow moment. I went through the whole Connor Stallions.
You did
vacuum refurbishing, defending himself. He paid people. He's on the sidelines.
And Jim's standing up there telling jokes.
He's up there. They're telling jokes. He just had Ric Flair in.
Yeah.
Just had Ric Flair, and also he's claimed Michigan is America's team.
He did say
America's team. And he's been twice.
The adversity we've gone through.
He's been twice suspended he's going to miss half the season for 2 different things. America's team.
There's no way he's going to be at Michigan next year.
No, this is the last hurrah.
Come on,
it has to be.
Come on,
it has to be.
It can't. Yeah. I mean, they got the FBI there too.
The FBI's there and NCAA at the same time. Hey guys, scoot over. Hang on. Coming through. Badges are getting flipped around and people walk through.
I think it would be quite a study to be around him hour to hour every day and see what that's
the
like.
linebacker coach just got fired for trying to destroy evidence.
No big
Jim's
deal.
up there cracking jokes.
He's up there cracking jokes.
He's up there cracking jokes. He watched the game with his brother. He watched the Maryland game with John. That was great. He said it was great being with John, watching the game.
It's great being with John.
Now you're living the life, Jim. your program is slowly disintegrating
in front of you.
In front of you.
What he's doing is the meme of where everything's on fire behind him.
Yeah,
Nothing to see. Everything's fine.
All clear.
Nothing to see here.
I think that's what it is.
What he is.
That's what it is.
He is a living meme right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it. This is the most mesmerizing story that I've ever been a part of in college football.
It's amazing.
There's been bigger stories. There's been scandals. I get all that. But how it's ongoing. Usually before it's like, no, this happened. Paterno, you're fired. This happened. Boom, gone. Whatever. It still lingers on. We've had this different stuff. But this is one you just go, this is unbelievable.
It's fascinating to watch. It looks like Jim has sort of removed himself from the fray.
Yes.
Like I'm in charge, but there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm having fun with this. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will be back next year. It's hard to imagine, though. It's hard to imagine.
It's hard to imagine that the sanctions that are going to come down are going to be. Remember the first one, like the 3-game suspension? That's not it. That was just what they self-imposed. The NCAA goes, no, we're not agreeing to that. Go ahead. We're good with that, but that's not what's going to go down. And remember, with the NCAA, you are a voluntary member of the NCAA. Mm-hmm. So you don't get to just be like, yeah, we're not going to take your jurisdiction. Is that the right word? Jurisdiction?
I think so.
I think that works.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm working on words.
Big word. It's a big word.
It's a big word.
Big word.
Bella says yes. Close enough, Bella says.
She says yes.
Yeah, Bella's super smart.
So Jim watched it with John. Jim watched the Maryland game with his brother. It was great.
Sounds like over his house. Just over his house watching the game.
Yeah. It seems like nothing's bothering Jim. Now you could say, well, that's the way he should act. I mean, he's the leader. He has to exude calm, right? So maybe that's just what this is. You know, he's a little too.
He
calm.
seems pretty calm to me. That press conference, he seemed pretty calm ahead of a big game. He's not coaching it because he can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect him up there gripping the lectern or anything like that, but he just seems a little bit removed from everything. Fine,
Jim Harbaugh.
So yeah, in the games, come on, tell me you were watching the game, right? Ohio State, Michigan. Would you miss it?
No.
Would you miss it for the world?
I won't miss a second.
I won't miss it for the world.
You don't have to.
There's been big games.
Yeah.
Of the game.
The games.
This is the game.
My God.
With the stuff going on.
It'll be incredible to watch. Like you can't. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
No, it's going to be an incredible game.
Another team with playoff aspirations is the Florida State Seminoles. Your Florida State Seminoles, Sip, and they had a unfortunate injury in the games against North Alabama.
It's heartbreaking.
Jordan Travis suffers a knee injury that takes him out for the season, and he's done. His career's over at Florida State. He's moving on to the NFL and rehabbing.
He's his fifth-year senior.
There's nothing worse than injury for you as a coach. You think the player? I mean, it just crushes you.
Fifth-year senior.
Then it's so hard just to put it all together. If that happens. In the next, who do they have? Florida next game?
Florida. Yep, Florida.
So if it happens in the Florida game, it happens in the Florida. If it happens in whatever game, it happens. Doesn't matter. When you're playing a team,
North Alabama,
and it happens to you, that is a wow moment.
Yeah.
And so that's what I said. I've never been a fan for teams, and we've had them before at LSU. We had those late games. And so it's like, okay, it wasn't as bad before you had to play next, and Auburn and Alabama both did it. I don't know what that even says.
Played like a North Alabama type team.
Yeah, the one played New Mexico State and got beat.
Yeah.
That was their deal. Got beat. Auburn did. And Alabama had Chattanooga. But all you want to do is have it unscathed. Now, early in the season, you'd play your guys more. It's like, hey, we got to get used to what's going on. We got to be able to play. We got to get reps. These are live reps. Late in the season, you really don't need those reps. You don't need those. That's not what you need at that time. You just need to get through it healthy.
Florida State was down 13-0 at the time. And North Alabama jumped on him, but it was first quarter.
Yeah, it ended up, 56-13.
Right. But you got to play him in that situation. I don't think you would sit Travis to start that game.
No, you wouldn't sit him. It's just unfortunate. So, there's no coaching thing. But I felt last week, I know Sip's going to push back hardest, I thought last week that the committee was completely wrong. I thought Washington should be ahead of Florida State.
I'm not pushing back that hard. Washington has the best wins.
They got the
most
best wins.
And the best wins.
And they just beat Oregon State, too.
Yeah.
Now they have Oregon State. Before that, they had the better wins. They beat Oregon,
right?
Who's right now? Everyone thinks Oregon is easily a playoff.
They got Arizona.
They beat Arizona, who's a ranked team. They beat USC as 20th at the time. They beat Utah. They just beat Oregon State at Oregon State.
No, I don't push back. Florida State's a better team. Yeah. I mean, Washington does have a better record.
They should be, like you said. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Washington clearly should be the 4 spot ahead of them. If they play each other, I'm like, I don't know.
That's the thing. I'd take Florida State. That's the thing. That's the tricky thing about rankings. Which do you weight more? Do you go eye test or what?
I think you have to take the wins on the field. I think that's otherwise you don't have.
It's a combo.
Otherwise, you're just going like that. Well, we think because right now it'd be really easy to make a case for LSU.
Yeah, it's a combo.
Hey, watch them. Watch LSU play. Watch them. They got 3 losses. I don't care. Watch them.
Yeah, they got 3 losses. I'm putting them ahead of Washington.
Putting ahead of Washington. I like them better.
Right now, if you look at the win, the comparison again. Florida State has beaten 2 ranked teams. They beat LSU, of course, in the opener.
Big win,
45-24, and they beat Duke, 38-20. Otherwise, nobody in their schedule was ranked when they beat them.
They're going to get Louisville in the ACC championship.
That'd be a huge win. That'd be massive if they win that game.
Yeah.
Washington has beaten 8th ranked Oregon at the time, 20th ranked USC, 18th ranked Utah, 11th ranked Oregon State. 3 straight ranked wins for Washington.
And Arizona wasn't ranked, and now they're like 15th.
That's right.
At the time when they beat them, they beat them by a touchdown, and now Arizona's won, I think, 4 or 5 in a row since that time.
There's a chance you get Washington and Florida State both in the Final Four. I mean, Michigan.
If they both win out, absolutely.
Yeah, Michigan and Ohio State will knock one of each other out, right?
Yep.
And then that's when if Florida State keeps winning, they'll probably be okay.
The biggest dice that's out there is Alabama beating Georgia.
Yeah.
If they beat Georgia in the SEC
then what
championship,
happens?
Then you got
very feasible.
Then you're like going like, well, how can we can't put Georgia in over Alabama? They went same record head to head. Can't do that. Or then how can you put Alabama in with one loss ahead of Texas if they only have one loss? Because they played head to head.
It's going to get weird. It could get weird.
Chaos.
Yeah, this is the first year where someone's getting left out that shouldn't be left out.
Yeah.
We're just going to go maybe two teams.
Maybe two.
What's going to happen?
Especially if Alabama beats Georgia, you're right.
If Alabama beats Georgia, if Oregon easily could be good enough to win out, beat Washington, now they got one loss and still not be able to get back in. They could finish up at 12-1. Pac-12 champs, which everyone says top to bottom is the best conference this year. Pac-12,
and it's gone.
And last year, and it's gone, and no one makes it again. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen. So there's so many things are going to happen in these next couple of weeks. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, I'm not the guy that always wants chaos. Jake knows that. I want Georgia. God, I'm about to say something I can't even believe. I want Georgia to beat Alabama.
Ooh, that's hard. Yeah. You're a Nick Saban fan.
Just to preserve.
Tide fan.
Yeah, just to keep it on the tracks. I'm not big on the chaos part. I'm not.
Right now, too. I mean, Alabama.
I want to see Georgia 3-peat.
Yeah, Alabama is big on when this probably coach of the year could be Saban. They'll never give it to him, but what he's done with his team, is it Justin Milroe?
Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe.
That's a team that beat South Florida 17-3.
Yes,
and they had a late touchdown to get to 17.
It was 10-3 with South Florida driving. They had the ball
late fourth quarter
score. And so he did an unbelievable job coaching.
Yeah, they've bounced back.
And they're good enough to beat Georgia with the way that what they're doing offensively now. They've completely switched, and they're running the heck out of the quarterback, and he's throwing it better, and they've got enough weapons they have, and they're good enough on defense. I mean, the SEC championship game is going to be a wow.
We got some big games coming
up. The ACC is a wow championship game.
Big games coming up.
Pac-12, the Big Ten.
Yeah, not the same. Quick reminder, if you're looking for the best gift for the holidays for anybody, coworkers, family, friends, Omaha Steaks, 50% off right now site-wide when you use the ticket exclusive and 8 free pure ground filet mignon burgers with qualifying orders. Go to omahasteaks.com/theticket. Every purchase backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. omahasteaks.com/theticket. When we come back, Bills, Thrills, and Song of the Day, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jay Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. The holidays are drawing closer, and there's not many things better than getting the gift of relaxation. Not just for yourself, but for anyone in your life. During November, for every service you get at the Body Shop, you get entered into their drawing for a free massage gift certificate equal to your last service. This goes all the way to the week before Christmas, so book your appointments now at thebodyshoplincoln.com and treat yourself and loved ones today. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Elway Power Sports of Lincoln will have you scoring big on savings with up to $3,000 off CF Moto side-by-sides and ATVs. Whether you're looking for a work-tough U-Force or a performance-ready Z-Force, CF Moto has a machine made for you all under one roof at our new 27th and I-80 location. And don't miss our Black Saturday sales event on November 25th with doorbusters and specials throughout the store. Visit our website, elwaypslincoln.com for more details.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Red!
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-Week Challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day, Working My Way Back to You by the Spinners from 1978. 464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Texture rating in the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Pleasant. Did you say what's it?
1978.
That's safe. You went into the safe place, safe zone.
It was a very good pick, Jake. Very good.
I'd say I go straight 7. Just 7.00000.
I like that.
Surprised you weren't dancing. You like the spinners.
This is the thing that stands out to me, and it's such a lost art because I could visualize the spinners singing it. The synchronized dancing. It's
amazing.
It's just amazing. When you looked at those bands,
you never see anymore.
You never see anymore. It was incredible. I could see those guys right in my. I'm watching it as they do it, and they got synchronized dancing while they're singing,
and the same suits on.
Same suit. Everything's the same. Everything's the same. Everyone's dressed the same. There's no lead singer. There is, but he's dressed the same. They all dress exactly.
It might be like a jumpsuit too.
Like a jumpsuit, like an Elvis type jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And like something like Evel Knievel might wear.
Yeah.
And they'd be out there dancing. It was incredible. It was better times.
Better times.
It was better times.
Do something now. We got to be careful here. Does somebody do that anymore? Does anybody do that?
I don't think that. Name a band. No,
I can't.
I mean,
I can't.
But when they would come on, it's like, wow, look at this. How do they do this?
Yeah.
Every song they had like a routine to it.
And there's other bands that did it.
Yeah, there
like
was.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
But it was. Can you imagine doing like most bands now? It's like, okay, it's a performance. They're doing a dancing performance and a singing performance.
The OJs.
The OJs, yes,
they did it. There's others.
There's a bunch. It's an 80000.
There's no bands. Jake? You're younger. Isn't there bands that do that now?
No.
The production was way cooler back in the day. That's a fact.
When they came on, it was epic to see them how they would dance.
Oh, absolutely.
Some people say that's an opinion. It's a fact. The production was better back in the day. They cared about that.
Better
they
times.
Don't care anymore about that. Some ratings here.
Doesn't Cardi B have dancers?
They do. Yeah, it's interesting dancers there. Notorious B.I.B. 5.1. Rod 7.5. Age 60 for him. John in Southeast Lincoln 8.5 actually from him. Jake and Hickman 4.1. Mike and Dalton 8.35. Jennifer 8.9. Hubby 8 from Novotny Nutrition and Wellness. High scores there. Who in Columbus, Bill?
Bird. Drink coffee.
That was good.
Trying to keep my throat.
I was trying.
That's good.
3.4. He has 2 straight low scores from Bird in Columbus.
I didn't know if Bird is anymore.
Yeah, come on, Bird.
You met Bird. He was at the golf outing.
Tyson, come on, Bird. Jim in Lebanon, Indiana, 9.5.
Lebanon.
Grandpa Rick says a golden oldie, a 9 there.
Thank you.
Corey in Lincoln gives that a 4. Says good hook, lame verse. Him and Tyson, Bird, both again low. Sad. Harold Spears, good name there, 7.4 on the text line. So thank you for your ratings there.
God dang, the Columbus boys did not like it.
I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on.
No.
Before we get to Bill's Thrills, we'll play a quick legal idea, then we'll get to it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It is time for Bugaboo Tuesday on Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
we need it.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Bill, the floor is yours today on Bill's Thrills, Sip's favorite day, Bugaboo Tuesday.
Thank you guys for having me. Let me do this. I appreciate that. Also, Scott wanted me to mention he can make everyone a ton of cash for Christmas. So if anyone is interested in extra cash for Christmas, get a hold of them. And he can do that immediately.
He's a stress reliever.
Yes, he's a big stress. He's the eraser. Scott's the eraser. So it's pretty incredible. All right, so we have a combo here. So it's Bill's Thrills.
All right, sorry. Go. Yeah, sorry. Bugaboo Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Since Thursday's Thanksgiving, I combined today and Thursday. So we got Bug-a-Tip.
Ooh, Bug-a-Tip.
We got Bug-a-Tip.
Nice.
Bug-a-Tip things that bother me and cool parenting tips all in one.
Bug-a-Tip Tuesday?
Bug-a-Tip Tuesday.
Bug-a-Tip.
God, this
the
is
victorious vindication of Black Friday and being battle tested. The victorious vindication of Black Friday and being battle tested. Teach the youth the massive adrenaline rush of outmuscling someone twice your age for a flat screen TV.
Wow.
Teach your youth how to battle for this and fight. I recall the massive energy, the rush outside. Remember the videos of outside of a Walmart or a Target on Black Friday, the way it was supposed to be? When you got out there, and you might even be like in line and be like, give them one of these, you know, like that, kind of flinch at them to see if they're ready to go. Oh, now we wake up.
You would do that.
Wake up, open our laptop, and we click. Makes me sick.
Oh, is that what it is now?
It makes me sick. There is no Black Friday physical confrontation where you had to charge down an aisle and body check somebody.
I know a 37-year-old woman with big arms that elbowed another woman for something.
Yeah, it goes down. And that's crap.
Yeah.
America, it's not how we do Black Friday.
God.
It's not right. Get busy living. Exchange words with people in line, man. Glare. Exchange words. Let them know where you're going, too. I mean, get after. You might throw hands. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
On Black
to throw
Friday,
hands
it's
at
okay.
Target.
Yeah, it is.
It's acceptable on Black Friday.
If there's a sale on a microwave, we're going to throw some hands. Yeah. That's the stuff that has to happen.
We're both there at the same time. It's going down.
Black Friday used to be a production and a performance-based day. Now it's like, hey, did you guys click on the right one? That was cool. All it is now is just price reduction, Bella. It's all it is. God, it used to be real.
She's like, yeah,
people were getting up. People would be getting up like at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to, or all night
in line.
Wait out all night in line.
That doesn't happen anymore.
God, the gamesmanship, the competitive spirit.
It doesn't happen.
No, you're thinking like, okay, I wonder what they're thinking. Are they thinking they're going to the computers, or I'm going to this? I wonder if they're going to go over here because if I can get over to this first.
That's tension.
It's tension. You have to get, and you physically have to get a hold of it. You can't. People are tugging at the same box. God, that's electric.
That's tension. It never happens. So
people do Black
I get
Friday
excited.
shop. It's not like this anymore.
I get excited in my chest. Of what it used to be like.
Did Laura get after it?
Oh yeah, they did. The kids went. Everyone got up. It was a big deal. Yeah. If you wake up and click, you missed everything. America.
That was gold. That's
one of your better efforts.
That was pretty good. That was really good. Because people will Black Friday shop. They'll get up at midnight, but there's no elbows being thrown.
They're in pajamas and having a coffee.
When did it begin to change?
I don't know. It's just everything.
Jake, I think it's like 2007.
Okay,
even maybe later than that. But it's so embarrassing. God, it was so. I mean, that was also. It was just like a fun tradition. People used to get up and go. They get their kids. They're just like, okay, they didn't all have to be in the full-on scrap in the front, but it was just fun to go. And it was a big deal.
Long lines.
It was a big deal to go. Now it's not. We've lost everything. It's not who we are.
We've lost our way, America.
Yeah, it's okay. You can throw hands.
From the text line response to this, Bill, I'm sure he wants to respond.
I'd like to hear.
It's
what the people say. The breakers.
Twizzlers says, hallelujah, Bill, the American way. The American way. Bring it back.
Fight for your microwave.
Let's see. Twin Bing says, oh my God, LMAO. That's Twin Bing.
Yeah.
Yep. See, Mr. Sparky says Bass Pro Shops had a line last year. That'll make you happy. There's a line there.
It makes me feel better. Someone trying to get some fishing lures on sale. Thank you.
Wonder what was the hot item.
I wonder what it was.
I don't know. Someone says my mom was gone by 2 a.m. back in the day, meeting my aunts in Omaha. My buddies and I would sell donuts to people online. Made a killing on that.
Ooh,
that
idea.
would again.
America.
Imagine that. You know what that is? Let's say it again.
America.
Harbaugh would sell donuts to people in line. He would.
He didn't even need the money.
I would sell and just give them away for free.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Or he might sell them actually.
Sanderson is with us this morning. He says, I stood in line one time at Target for a TV in the middle of the night at Black Friday. I kept looking at the guy in front of me saying, if he tries to get a TV, I'm taking him out.
See, that's what it was.
Sanderson,
the gamesmanship. You're thinking, so it's like 4 a.m. You're going like, okay, this thing's open up like in an hour. What am I going to do? What's this guy? What's this clown in front of me? What's he thinking?
There's some strategy.
Yeah, some strategy like that. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like pressure to me.
It sounds incredible.
What else you got?
This one's disagreeing with you. We have a pushback.
That's okay. It's all right. Bill can push back. They're strong.
So it's okay. Bill is just nostalgic for anything right now. Black Friday is way better now than 2 middle-aged ladies fighting over Tupperware on 2 hours of sleep.
I couldn't disagree more. I couldn't disagree more. Agree to disagree. Bella, what's your thoughts? Like that, Bella's in a different era.
She's a different era.
Different era. Different era. I still love you, Bella.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a great edition of Bill's Thrills. Bug a tip.
Bug a tip.
So people now just sit at the computer and do it.
Yeah, they sit at the computer.
Get up early.
Yeah, and also the sale, the price
In their
becomes
pajamas,
the price
at their
becomes
couch.
available at this time of the day. Where before, like, you had to physically, it's the same thing.
Oh, I understand. what you're
Physically
talking about.
going to do the stuff you had to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Not
going
the
outside
same.
to play or sit and look at your phone. What do kids do now?
Not all kids, but a lot of kids. You're right.
Trying to help society.
Right. You're doing it. You're helping.
That's Bucket Tip Tuesday. Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Top of the hour.
Cash.
On early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket studio.
Enjoy some Heavenly Waffles this Wednesday, November 22nd at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios on 1040 O Street. Parking available on 11th Street or in nearby garages.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Wake up, Lincoln. I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by early 2024. And Bill, what is Steve Schindler special today?
This is crazy, but he has something.
This is Tuesday.
This is Tuesday, but he has something to get festive for the holidays. So it's matinee movie day. And so on the loop, starting there'll be two showings.
Oh, yes.
On the loop, they're going to have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy.
Great show.
So it's going to be a complete theater set up in the lobby for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh my God!
And so it gets you. It's a Thanksgiving movie. It's incredible. There's going to be a snack bar. Cost is free.
Okay.
Right there.
Free popcorn.
Popcorn is free, and then also all of the junior mints are free. That everything else, everything else is a quarter for a candy bar.
Okay.
That's a quarter. But the junior mints and the popcorn are free. And it's a loop. They have a whole thing set up, and then you come in for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Which, if you haven't seen it, it's one of the more epic movies you've ever seen in my life.
So he shifted in theater seating.
He's into theater right now, and he is running the entire theater and doing loans.
And it's really?
Yes, and doing loans.
I don't think he ever sleeps.
Yeah,
he never sleeps.
He's got great ideas too.
He's always thinking.
Who comes up with his ideas?
Steve does. Steve does.
Shindy?
Yeah. Tamara.
Daddy.
Tamara talks to him too, but Steve comes up with these. And a lot of them he only comes up with like the night before. So he came up with this like 2 days.
Now, hold on. This is in the bank?
This is in the bank.
So he's having theater seating in the bank.
Theater seating is brought into the bank.
He's bringing theater seats in.
Yes. This is it is
not
like
small.
It's like you're going to an IMAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's
That's
like.
not small.
It's
and we're not talking about the recliners either. Tell me
No.
we're talking about the seats, not the recliners.
The recliner ones, if they recline.
Okay. That's all right. I'd rather have the seats, but whatever. Shitty. It's shitty.
Well, I'll take that back. There's 6 of their big recliners for those first comfort, and the rest are regular seating.
Regular seating.
Yes.
So this could be a day date.
Could be a day date. Exactly.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
That'd be fun. That'd be something different.
Yeah. And if you, like I said, just watch the movie. If you haven't seen it, or watch it again.
Yeah, just watch it again.
Just go to when they get pulled over and give you an idea how fast you're going. Actually, officer, I have no idea. My speedometer's melted.
I love it when you get so worked up that you cough. Which is happy. It's awesome.
Yeah, I got pretty excited about that.
Okay, that's a big day.
So it's matinee movie day for FDIC, Steve Schindler, Midwest Bank.
Awesome, love it.
In Creighton.
That's right.
In Creighton.
We have
free popcorn.
Yes.
We have people, before we move on, that are chiming in, who are watching the video stream, curious about the hat that Bill is
yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Reese's Peanut Butter.
We had a guest. We know what it is. You're not watching. It's a Reese's hat. It's an orange hat with the yellow Reese's wording on it. And we got a gift from Aaron.
Piper. Listen, Cam Piper was the long snapper last year, a tremendous long snapper. Probably one of the best I've ever worked with as far as long snapping. Incredible long snapper. And his dad, I coached him when I was a graduate assistant. So Pipes was on the team. Pipes was a defensive back for Nebraska. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's defensive back. Yes. So I coached him. I had a chance to coach him and his son. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So he came up, but he works for Hershey's. So how about that for a dream job? Imagine like that. What do you have available?
I'd be good at that.
What do you have available at the? Well, I have unlimited candy bars at my house 24/7. Can you imagine that?
Come on over.
Come on over.
Good deal.
That's a great deal.
That's a pretty good deal.
And he covers a big area here in the state of Nebraska. So, but Jake is right. Imagine a guy from Hershey's walking in. You're never like, why are you here? It's like, thanks for coming. You're glad he's there.
Come on, get him
Come on
here.
in. There's
You want
never,
a beer too? We got you
there's
covered.
never a
Bring that
time
candy.
when the candy man shows up that you're upset.
Hold up your shirt.
I'll give a show today
Yeah.
on the camera. Look at this. Beautiful.
So Aaron brought the hat for us.
Aaron Piper.
And,
yes.
and Reese's shirts.
Reese's
and a payday shirt, too.
And
It was
a
a payday shirt.
That's a classic. That's a payday. And Bella got the payday.
She did.
Aaron Piper of Lincoln?
Of Lincoln. Yes.
All right.
Shout
And
out
he
to
works
him.
for Hershey.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, that'd be a good job.
Good
That'd
gig
be a
right
good
there.
job.
Good gig.
I'd like to be the candy man.
Candy salesman?
Yeah.
The candy
I'd like
man.
to be a candy salesman.
Yeah.
Door to door.
Liquor salesman's always going to be needed.
Yep,
Yes.
that's a
Ketchup.
popular one, too.
Ketchup.
Yep. There's just
Heinz.
certain things that you're always going to be. You're always going to need.
That's right. Thanks to Aaron, and thanks to Midwest Bank for
right, move
sponsoring
on.
hour 2. 402-464-5685. Call or text as always. So we played Matt Rule audio in the first hour. I did not play this one yet because I wanted to hold it for hour 2.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. But Matt Rule was asked about, his advice to assistant coaches with outside interest in potential other coordinator jobs, head coaching jobs. He addressed that regarding Tony White specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Here was Matt Rule yesterday regarding that at the press conference.
Go get a job. I told Tony. Search firm called me, asked for Tony's number. I said, yes, you should hire Tony White. Tony White should be a head coach. He's excellent. I told Tony, don't take the wrong one. Don't take the wrong job now. Don't take a job with no resources. Don't take a job with no support. Don't take a job without a great recruiting base. Don't take a job. Hear me now when I say this. This is deep. Where the expectations outlay the commitment. If I want to be in great shape and I work out 1 day a week, okay, you want to be a 10-win team and you're spending at the middle of your conference, okay, the expectations. So I do that with all my guys because it's like the players. I want them to want to be here, and I also want them to advance. I don't want guys who only want to be here, and I've brought guys back, like when I see Elijah Robinson at A&M, I get proud. Evan Cooper's been with me, but he left and went to Miami and came back and worked for me again. So, in season, we have so much time. We have so much time. Our coaches are here at night. They're here. We have guys who show up at 4 a.m, not me. We have guys at night. Our guys are professional. They would never, ever put anything but the players first. But yeah, anybody that's called me about Tony as a head coach, I've said, yeah, give him a shot. And I tell Tony, pick the right job. Don't pick the wrong job because we're going to be good on defense here for a while. The stark reality, and maybe people like it, maybe they don't, is everywhere I've been, we've had a good defense. And everywhere I've been, we've had kind of a middle-of-the-pack offense. We're not quite middle of the pack yet on offense. I'd like to get to be more dynamic. I've never had athletes like this. Wait till Malachi and Jaden and Quentin and all these guys grow up. I think we're going to be pretty darn good. But we're going to be really good on defense for a while if Tony decides to stay. If he gets a head coaching job and he wants to take it, I'm going to hug him, love him, wish him the best, and then we'll continue to play good defense.
Good long enough to where.
All right, there's Matt Rule.
There you go. So, yeah, he's gotten calls about Tony White. No surprise, right? Syracuse open, San Diego State's open. I don't know if he's – his name gets mentioned for those jobs. I just know this. Just because he's mentioned, it's one thing to be mentioned. It's another thing to close down a job. So I who knows where that's going. I don't know if he's ready. How do I know in my shoes? I'm not around. See, Bill, what I don't do is assume a lot of stuff. I'm not around him every day. I don't see how he conducts meetings. I don't see how he is on his bad days. Everybody has bad days. How is he on his bad days? How does there's just a lot I don't see. I know he's a good communicator. I know he can coach up a defense because they're pretty good. He seems to have the presence to do it, but I don't know in my shoes. He leaves a good impression, though.
I see it in the NFL, maybe even more so in college. It happens in college, too, where you just see horrible hires because you have to be you have to be a leader of men. You have to be an organizer. You have to be able to run the entire corporation. And sometimes they hire people because they have these magic plays.
Right.
It's like
play sheet
hot,
guys.
It's a hot offensive coordinator because they were hot. The one person who got the head job, which was amazing, was Andy Reid. He was not a coordinator. He was the tight end coach, I believe, from Green Bay when he went to the Eagles. And my point of that is it's always just having this, oh, man, they're rolling on offense. They're rolling on defense. They're doing this. That doesn't add up to everything. Hire him. It's like because they got the inside. They got this inside tricks. Those don't exist. So he has to be able to do all the other things. But what Sip said is right. You have to be around him, know him, all those things. That's why a place like a San Diego State probably has great interest because they probably know him.
Good point.
They've seen him to be able to do it. There's also a big hunk of importance when you go to a job that means a lot to you. So someone like San Diego State has to mean a lot. Tony's from, if I'm not correct, right? He's from Southern California, right?
He's a California. Yeah, he's a California.
So I don't have the exact area. I don't know that, but I know he's California. So there's an area familiarity, all those things that go with it. He's coached at that spot, those different things. I would imagine just off the cuff, you'd say maybe not as high a recommendation at Syracuse. I'm just talking about what the administration might be thinking. Like, well, he was here with Dino, and we're trying to just go.
Yeah,
we're trying to clear that part out. Maybe that. So I don't know. I'm just saying that's what that's what administrations are thinking at that time.
Yeah.
Now the negative would be, which it shouldn't be. The negative at San Diego State probably is that this year they're horrific on offense. They're not good on offense, and they're still solid on defense. They've been really good on defense. They've had defensive coaches. It was Rocky Long, then first it was Brady, then to Rocky, back to Brady. All defensive coaches.
Defense.
So they might be like thinking, hey, we need to go with an offensive mind, which doesn't make any sense. You just need a leader of your team and then hire a really good offensive coordinator. That does not make sense to do that. But I'm telling you how some people look at things at some point in time with what goes on. There's no one would push back that Scott Frost got hired here because how well his offense played.
I'm pushing back on that.
No, he got hired here because the offense played really well.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well,
and Oregon.
And Oregon. So
and Oregon.
Yeah, so
he was kind of a scheme magician type.
Yeah, so that was one of the things was, hey, with Oregon, had really good run there offensively, went to Central Florida, really good run offense. They were scoring 50-some points a game. And so that was that was a big part of him getting hired at the next spot.
I'm a little amazed in terms of how coaches change themselves in terms of how they approach staff continuity. Matt Rule saying, hey, if you got a chance to go get a job, do it. I look at Iowa, for example. Those guys stay around forever. Phil Parker, I would think, would be up for a head coaching job at some point. He's been there since 2013 as a coordinator. They've had a great defense pretty much every year for 10 years. LeVar Woods, their special teams coach, has been there for many years. I would think he'd be up for a coordinator or a head coaching job. In fairness, Brian's getting fired, but he's been there for a long time. Northwestern forever had that staff continuity. Guys did not leave.
Right.
And Matt Rule's like, hey, man, if you get a better job, do it. I'm just kind of curious, is there a right or wrong way to approach that? And why do guys stick around so long at Iowa, for example, compared to other schools?
There's two things with it. First thing, loyalty is I'm a big believer in this. Loyalty is only based on what you do while you're there. That's loyalty. Someone that works if I'm a head coach, they work for me for 3 years and they bust their tail, that's loyalty. And then with that, they got an opportunity somewhere else. That's not non-loyalty. That's not it. Loyalty is how you perform when you're at the spot. And sometimes also you get people that just slide by, like, going, I'm not going anywhere. I'm loyal here. That's because you don't have any aspirations. You don't have any. So I'm always big on that part, because if everyone just says loyalty means you stay together, we stay together, well, then none of these people would be head coaches.
Right.
None of them.
Right.
At some point in time, Coach Rule had to branch off from where he was loyal to take a job at a different place because of what the opportunity was. So loyalty only matters during that time. I would always be on the part of, like, if they have something going on, to be able to, I would not want to have a staff of people that's just like, hey, 10 guys, you guys have any other aspirations? Nope. I'm good. I want to be right here. I want to be that. And that's because your whole goal is to be right here all the time. Sometimes if you're a self-starter, you do really well. Tom Osborne's staff had very little turnover.
Right.
If several times, I'm sure, I guarantee there wasn't even one a year. Not even one. off of great success.
No.
People just
That doesn't mean they didn't have chances.
Didn't have chances, and so
They had
some chances. Was it worth it with all those things?
Right.
Iowa City has one to me. When you're living there, it's like doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Great place to live. There's all these upsides. College town, all things like lived in Lincoln. Great place to live. All these upsides. So be careful what you go chasing. But I will say, in the end, if you want to be a head coach in Division I, there's only 133 of them in the world. Right. They're really hard to get. And so every year there's about 15 to 20 to apply for.
Right.
And generally there's about 2 or 3 that are interested in you.
Right.
That's it. It's not like okay. There's 20 jobs available, and I could get all 20 of them.
That's why if I were a Nebraska fan, I wouldn't lose sleep over Tony White leaving.
If he doesn't,
they'll hire well. They'll hire.
What I'm saying is, I wouldn't lose sleep over because it's a long shot. He's a long shot. I mean, he's a good coach, but there's got to be a lot of good coaches who
when the names come up of members
San Diego State.
I think at one point in time, I think it was Jake or Sip. One of you guys said this. They're like, or maybe some of the Breakers. I don't know. We kind of like, well, who would want the Northwestern job? And I said, I know who wants it. I know about 6 guys that you'd be blown away by the names.
You got to make $7 million.
Yeah, you'd be blown away by the names.
So you're hitting the jackpot.
Yeah, and so people, when it comes down to whatever jobs come open, you'll be shocked.
Yeah,
there's going to be somebody that's had great success that's currently is out of coaching that wants back in.
Yeah,
you find someone that maybe he's older, wants back in. And then you got some that have won at a high rate. So just take is it Crandall? Is that his name at Toledo? Is that the name?
Jason Candle.
Was it
Candle?
Candle?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's Candle.
Yes.
Okay. He's an upcoming guy.
Yes.
He's probably gonna get a job somewhere this year.
Toledo.
I think
they're ranked right.
I think they're 10-1 with one miracle loss to Illinois on a
they
crazy
could be
play.
a New Year's 6 team.
Yeah,
they could be a New Year's 6 team.
So he's someone that's up and coming. So my point is that there's all kinds of to go to a different job. San Diego State is Mountain West is a step up because they're going to merge with the Pac-12, or that's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's a step up from the MAC. So all these jobs have tough visions to be able to do and how you can handle it. But it is nice to have knowledge, and it's nice to have people on your staff that are really invested in the school. They have some knowledge of it and double invested in it, which means this is so important because this is my job. That also this is also my life too. So that always helps to be involved in that.
Rule said in that clip, he said that I'm not concerned because everywhere I've gone, we've had a great defense, no matter if guys leave. But we always have a middle of the pack offense.
That's just
admits that.
Yeah, he's basically verbalizing the personality of his program. If Nebraska was a middle of the pack offense right now, you might be talking about the Big Ten West champion, right? But they're not not close to middle of the pack. But the defense has been good. It's 19th in the country, I think, right now. 19th in the country in scoring defense. So, yeah, and Tony's done a good job. Don't get me wrong. He probably will make a fabulous head coach, but it's not an easy job to get, as Bill just laid out. Really hard to get. So that's why I don't lose sleep over it. I don't lose sleep over anything.
And tired all the time. Tired. I just love it when you go to there's always like, if read the thing, no matter what, I might have this, or I might have some sort of disease or sickness like that.
Hypochondria.
Anything. Hey, any fatigue? I'm like, I've been fatigued for like 40 years. Any fatigue?
That's chronic. You're asking me if I'm fatigued.
Every day. Right now. How about tomorrow? Same thing.
Yeah, who says no to that?
Who says not fatigued? I'm never fatigued. No, energy level insane. No,
Who's
fatigue.
never said no?
No. It's like
trying to get to the next now.
Are you fatigued? Like,
no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about fatigue real quick.
I'll give you 4 hours.
Yeah. Before we get to break and NFL winners and losers, Bill, you pointed out before the show, Magical Lights of Lincoln is already getting tickets sold like crazy.
Oh, it's already getting a spot. We tried last night.
Black Friday to New Year's Eve. Buy your tickets now. 1.5 mile long ride. There's a 1.5 million lights at the Lancaster Event Center for the Magical Lights of Lincoln.
Now, there's great. No, I would, it'd be nice. Everyone should go to all the different light venues here in town, but nothing compares to this one. They don't compare to this one. This is it. This is the holy grail.
You tried to get did you try to get tickets?
You tried to get. Last time we looked at it like that. We're like, and Laura's like, oh wow, this is tight. We were get our spot, get our ticket bought right away.
Okay,
I think we're going
on Friday.
We're going Sunday.
Okay,
Sunday night because I want to see them early so I can relay back to the breakers what I'm seeing live.
Yeah, take
It's
notes.
important. Yes,
It's
I'll
important.
take some
Take
notes.
notes.
Yes,
You got a notebook.
I got a notebook. I'll take the notes. I go through.
Starts Black Friday to New Year's Eve. Again, 1.5 mile rides, about 30 to 40 minutes to get through this. It's only $20 per car, not per person. Sunday to Thursday, $20 a car, $25 per car. Friday, Saturday. You got to reserve your time slot at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. It's at the Lancaster Event Center, 84th and Havelock.
So you just can't show up.
No, you got to buy your tickets ahead of time.
You have you also at the fundraiser, the Apollinaire dance team from Lincoln East with Gigi's on. They're doing it as a fundraiser.
Oh, they are.
Absolutely.
Every $5 spent on lights goes to the fundraiser directly.
So if you're trying to raise any sort of funds, we should do one.
We
Us
should.
three.
We should do it.
We should.
Yeah, the ticket fundraiser.
Right. Yes.
The website, ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. Reserve your time today to go through the wonderful show at 84th and Havelock, the Lancaster Event Center, Magical Lights of Lincoln. The website, ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. When we come back, Week 11, NFL winners and losers is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket studio.
Enjoy some Heavenly Waffles this Wednesday, November 22nd at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios on 1040 O Street. Parking available on 11th Street or in nearby garages. Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit ConstructorsLincoln.com. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Whether it's playing on a sports team or creating art, it's important to encourage your kids to explore their interests. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Let your child know you believe in their passions. It can contribute to your child's focus and improve the quality of their schoolwork, too. So show that budding scientist some encouragement by helping them with an experiment or play catch with your baseball enthusiast.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to NFL winners and losers in just a second, but next Friday morning, December 1st.
Oh, wow, this is something.
Early break. Steve, Bill, Jake will all be we'll be at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
I'll be damned.
For their 60th anniversary party. Here's the deal. They have 10 lanes there. 10 lanes, okay? There's going to be free bowling that morning. You have to call ahead to reserve a lane.
Good God.
The number, write this down, Breakers. Write this
down. Get ready.
Please,
and we're going to call in now.
There.
There's going to be 500-600 people there.
Probably. 402-467-3249. Again, that number, 402-467-3249. Call today to get a lane reserved 6 to 8 a.m. free bowling. But you have to reserve a lane to do so.
So free bowling from 6 to 8.
Yep, 6 to 8 a.m.
The place is going to be packed.
So come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
it's going to be a celebration because everyone's going bowling, and Nebraska will be going bowling.
Well, let's hope so.
We hope
one of those things will happen for sure.
I talked to Sarah with Madsen, says there'll be free coffee and donuts also at this event.
I'm there.
So if you reserve a lane, bowling is free coffee and donuts. Come hang with us for the 60th anniversary party at Madsen's, just south of 48th in Holdridge next Friday.
Huge announcement. Thanks, Jake.
Again, the number for that, 402-467-3249. Reserve your lane today.
Takes me back to my youth.
Yeah, you're going to have some pressure on you because you told that story about how you almost rolled the
300.
We're going to watch
the
that,
straight ball.
We're going to watch that. We're going to watch
you went and
that.
bought shoes and a ball.
I did.
Thinking maybe
I'd make a
this
run
was
at
the ticket.
This is the ticket.
It never
never broke 130 again.
Okay,
I was on a heater.
You got on a heater.
Are we ready for NFL winners and losers?
Jake, are you ready?
I'm
Are you
ready.
ready?
I'm ready. I'm officially ready right now.
Okay.
Any music?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Cue
Here
it
we
up.
go.
Cue it
Winners and losers starts right now. Gotta get the cameras all situated here. All right, NFL Winners and Losers is sponsored by our friends at Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. The best party, the best tailgate snack out
So
there.
good.
It's the best. You can put it on crackers, put it on meat, put it on anything.
We had a little get together after the business summit at Westland at my house.
You
Guess
did?
what we had
Fuhrer's Cheese Spread?
Absolutely.
Is it all over the place?
Loaded it up. Loaded it up.
You're doing it right.
I was
Okay.
eating by the spoonful. In front of people? Yes.
Yeah, no
Doesn't bother
shame.
me. It's my house.
No shame. NFL Winners and Losers Week 11. The biggest winner, I think, because of what they've done the last 4 weeks, is the Denver Broncos. They were trailing the whole game against the Vikings in Denver. A big crowd, is an electric atmosphere. They didn't play well for a lot of the game, but they have the epic drive to close. Broncos 21-20 over the Vikings. 4 straight wins. They were 1-5. They're 5-5, and they can believe the playoffs are possible now. Huge for the Broncos.
Geez, Sean Payton. I was really critical. Now
You should have been critical. He gave up 70 points in the game. His defense did, and they were 1-5.
Fire everybody.
Felt like it. Not anymore.
That's what it done.
Number 2 winner, because they were just got absolutely trounced last week. Their response was very good. The Jaguars, 34-14 winners over Tennessee. The Titans are not very good. You know, they don't have very many weapons on that offense. Will Levis is young. Hopkins is getting older. Derrick Henry's getting older also. Their defense has not been the same. Just the response, a butt kicking by the Niners. The Jags response, 34-14, 7-3, Jacksonville heading on.
But Will Levis is back with his girlfriend, right?
It appears so.
They're back together. After he didn't get drafted, he got dropped, and now that he's playing, they're back together.
That's right. Number 3 winner. It was not pretty. It doesn't matter. The Cleveland Browns are a winner because of this. They're one with their third-string quarterback. Now, Deshaun Watson's out for the season with an injury. P.J. Walker was playing for a while, but they put Dorian Thompson-Robinson in from UCLA. Again, wasn't pretty, but they found a way to beat a rival, the Steelers, 13-10 on the last-second field goal. The Browns are 7-3.
Yeah.
And they've had a cycle of quarterbacks. I mean, they played 3 different guys.
Who's that head coach, Jake?
That's Kevin Stefanski.
He's doing really well.
Really well.
The head coach. The Browns are 7-3. Great defense in Cleveland. And remember, they had that epic comeback against the Ravens 2 weeks ago to get a major win in Baltimore. 7-3, Browns. The Lions, it looked like they're going to be a loser because they were down 26-14 to the lowly Bears in Detroit. But they scored 2 touchdowns in the final 3 minutes of the game. They win 31-26. The Lions are 8-2 ahead of Thanksgiving, where they played the early game. How about that? Packers, Lions. The Lions are 8-2. First time since the 60s.
God, the Browns and the Lions are thriving. It's a beautiful world right now.
The first time since the 1960s, the Lions are
All right.
8-2. Number 5 winner. It wasn't pretty, but they found a way to win. C.J. Stroud throws 3 picks. Doesn't matter. The Texans still beat the Cardinals 21-16. The Texans are 6-4. We knew that Stroud would have a bad game at some point, and guess what? They won with him having a bad game. He had good yardage, a couple touchdowns, 3 picks. But they found a way to win. 6-4, Houston Texans.
That's incredible.
Nobody saw that coming.
What were their over-unders wins for the season, I wonder?
I want to guess 4.5.
4 probably.
4 or 5. They've already hit that with ease. Many games to go. To the losers, because of the injury, the biggest loser is the Cincinnati Bengals. They lose to the Ravens 34-20 on Thursday, and Joe Burrow is out for the year. That is devastating. They're 5-5. The AFC is loaded. It's going to be tough to win with Jake Browning at quarterback. So good luck to the Bengals, but without Joe Burrow and at 5-5, their season may have ended on Thursday. We'll see what happens there. Number 2, the Washington Commanders collected 9 sacks defensively. That's the good news. The bad news is they turned the ball over 6 times on offense and lost to the lowly, hapless New York Giants, 31-19 at home
that's bad.
in D.C.
That's bad.
I think that ends it for the coach.
Ron Rivera is probably on his way out.
That game right there, yeah. Because the Giants were just
Giants are horrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible. Tommy DeVito had -9 passing yards one game, and he had 3 touchdowns in this game. He looked like an actual quarterback. It's not good. Number 3 loser, the Zach Wilson and the New York Jets. They continue to just be horrendous on offense. They lose to the Bills 32-6. Zach Wilson got demoted not just from first string. He's a third-string quarterback now.
Ooh, ouch.
Ahead of the Dolphins game on Friday, it's Tim Boyle. And then it's Trevor Siemian, number 2. Zach Wilson is 3rd on the depth chart ahead of this weekend's game, or this Friday's game against the Dolphins in New York.
Where'd they pick him in the draft?
2nd.
That's a startling admission of failure.
They tried to make it work. It never happened.
Take the wrong guys at quarterback. It's odd to me.
Number
position to evaluate, apparently.
So the Jets now 4-6. They're going in the wrong direction quickly. The schedule does not get easier for them easier. By the way, they're still the only team to beat the Eagles.
That's
the Jets.
Ridiculous.
Number 4 loser. Speaking of the Eagles, the Chiefs lost them last night, and this is why the Chiefs are a loser. They're still a good football team. They are. 2 straight games, they have not scored a point in the second half. Go back to the Dolphins game in Germany. They're up 21-zip a half. They win 21-14. Last night they're up 17-7 at half at home against the Eagles. They lose 21-17. There was a horrendously dropped pass by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A deep ball, perfectly thrown, would have been a touchdown. He just drops it. And then the Chiefs don't convert. But the Chiefs 7-3.
It's a drop pass on the 4th down play, too.
Yeah, 2 straight plays. Or I guess, it was bad. The receivers in KC are not good.
They lead the league in drops.
That says it all right there. Number 5 loser because it just, the Chargers. They lose to Green Bay 23-20. The Packers are not very good this year. The Chargers are trying. They got talent. That team always has talent on both sides of the ball. They're not even like that. Joey Bosa gets hurt in that game. But otherwise, they're pretty healthy for all things considered, which is usually a very hurt team. 4-6 for a super talented team with a good quarterback and Justin Herbert. Brandon Staley's feeling the hot seat now.
He's a scheme magician. He was a scheme magician that got put in that spot. I don't know if it's going to work.
And remember, they blew a 27-0 lead in the playoffs last year and lost to Jacksonville. They're up 27-0 and lost in the playoffs.
Rex Ryan said she should go back to Division 3.
He said that about Staley. He said that about Staley.
He did.
You should go back to Division 3 where he belongs.
Yeah. So there's your Week 11 NFL winners and losers.
Good job, Jake. That's incredible.
Did not put the Dolphins. They won. Wasn't pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Ramsey could be a winner. He had 2 picks in that game.
Yeah.
But,
no, that was good. Chiefs go down last night.
Right now, you got the Ravens 8-3 lead the way in the AFC. They are right now the 1 seed if the season ended today.
Yeah.
Then you have the Jags, Chiefs, and Dolphins and Browns all at 7-3.
Yeah. So there's no clear-cut Super Bowl favorite right now.
I don't think so.
Dicey.
The Chiefs don't have receivers. I mean, their defense is really good. For the first time, their defense is stout. It's good. But they don't have the guys besides Kelsey to catch the ball. They have nobody.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yep.
And Swiftie wasn't there.
She was not there.
Oh, she wasn't.
Taylor Swift was not in the building for Sunday Night Football.
I thought she was going to be there with
Monday
the
Night
parents.
Football,
I thought because the Kelsey parents were there.
Is she touring?
She is touring. For some reason, I thought she was going to be there. Bothered me.
She's touring.
I was bothered.
There's probably a lot, work-related matters that have to be handled. She's got to stay well too.
Yes.
The crud's going around.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, what do you do if you get the crud and you're a performer?
Cancel. Come back. Hey, the ticket's good. We'll be back in a month.
Whip it back.
That's NFL winners and losers, sponsored by Fever's Cheese Spread. Great for any sort of treat, mostly crackers and meats and things there.
Chicken
and
and
by the way, breaking news in NFL. This will make AD, our friend, very happy. Matt Canada fired by the Steelers this morning. He's been not a very popular offensive coordinator.
Matt, you're in a tough business, Bill. You're in a very tough business because of words like that. AD will be very happy.
Matt Canada got fired. He's got family, kids.
It's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving. Fired.
Yeah. Well, that's fandom for you.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough job. It's a rough job.
Not for everyone. Let's play the game. So give us a call right now, 402-464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You guys are 1-0 on the week. Today's topic, because this weekend, Friday, Saturday is big for rivalries in college football.
Yeah.
How about college football rivalry games? I'm going to tell you what the rivalry is called. You tell me what teams play in that rivalry.
Okay, this is interesting.
Okay?
This will be interesting.
Yeah.
464-5685. Shut up, Sipple starts right now.
There. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nickdown Sip in Trivia 1-0 on the week. Again, today's topic, college football rivalry games. I tell you the name of the rivalry. Tell me what two teams play in that.
Yeah.
Feel okay about this?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Toby, how do you feel about college football rivalry games today? Toby.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Toby.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get to it.
Does he know the topic? Toby. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just started hearing you. So
all right, there we go. Toby's good. College football rivalry games today is the topic. I tell you the name of the game. You tell me what two teams play in it.
There you go.
Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question. As always, Toby, first question goes to you. What two teams play in the Backyard Brawl rivalry game?
Got it.
You know what?
Backyard Brawl.
The Backyard Brawl. Need both teams. You got it 100?
I don't know. Let me guess.
5 seconds, Toby. 4.
Oh, I do know.
5. But 400?
Is that Pittsburgh and West Virginia?
God, pulls that out. God, dang, we had it.
That's good. That's good.
We had it.
Yeah, I think I would have gotten it. We're in kind of a danger zone there, but he got it, so that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sip.
That's a good first one, Jake.
First question to you, down 1-0. What two teams play in the clean, old-fashioned hate rivalry game?
I don't know that.
Bill. I don't know it.
Okay, say that again.
Old-fashioned hate. Clean, old-fashioned hate.
Huh. I don't know that one.
That's incredible. I don't know this.
How would I even? Okay, I got it. Maybe.
I'll say this. When you say it, I'll be like, oh, I remember it
Is
now.
it possible that that's Brigham Young in Utah?
No, it's not that. Toby, do you want that one or not? Is that a good guess?
I'm going to go, yeah, I think I know that one. I've spent some time down there in my life. That Georgia Tech in Georgia.
Brilliant.
Georgia Tech is clean, old-fashioned hate.
We walked into a heater.
Okay, now wait a second. I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either.
But good.
You got it. You
got it. It's fine. No, I'm not questioning Jake.
No.
He got it, so he got it.
For the win, last question. Toby up 2-0. What two teams play in the Commonwealth Cup rivalry game?
Commonwealth Cup.
The Commonwealth Cup.
I don't know that one.
I have a guess.
Syracuse and Virginia.
It is not Syracuse in Virginia. Who is in the Commonwealth Cup? You guys have to go
guess.
You want me to guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's Virginia Tech.
Oh my God! Good job. I did not have it. I would not have had that. I had the wrong answer.
I know this next answer too. I know what it's going to be. I guarantee it.
I don't know. There's a lot. I could go a lot of different directions.
I know what it is. Go ahead.
And then wait a second. The score is.
It is 2-1.
We need this.
We need this to get to overtime.
And Bill has been utilized, so you're on your own here.
Oh, great.
And he cannot help. Last question, Sim.
Oh, this is hard.
This is the easiest, I think, of all four of them. What two teams play in the Egg Bowl
God.
rivalry game?
Yeah, I have watched this.
Okay.
Mississippi and Mississippi State. Brilliant.
Oh, easy. How about this? Overtime.
What do you think I was going to? What was
I
your
thought you were
guess?
going to ask about the BYU.
Oh, the Holy War.
The Holy War.
Oh, the Holy War.
That's the Holy War.
The Apple Cup. I could have Civil War.
Yes.
A couple that were kind of curious there. Okay, this goes to Toby, and you'll go over under Toby's answer here. Toby, Minnesota and Wisconsin have the longest rivalry in college football for Paul Bunyan's Axe.
Okay.
When the two teams play this weekend, how many games will have been played in this rivalry?
I think I know the answer.
This is for you, Toby. Wonkanobi.
Let me see. We've been playing since when?
I did not say that.
I'm going to say.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I'm going to say 74 games.
Oh, way over. Way over.
Over 70.
Yeah, way over.
Yeah, way over. It's in the hundreds.
Where would you have guessed it?
I say 120.
Well, I'd get 112.
How about 133?
Oh,
First game in 1890 between Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Imagine how cold it was. 1890. Hey, got any gloves? We don't have any gloves.
How many fans were there? That's my question.
No gloves.
Toby, we'll get you back on the coffee. Thanks for calling in and calling down the
They played it on Black Friday and no one went to the stores.
It's possible. Hey, listen, you guys were down 2-0 today.
That was a big comeback.
We bowed up. We bowed up.
We did bow up.
That was an impressive comeback.
Thanks, Jake.
And hey, Bill got the, was that a
he
pure
saved
guess on the Virginia
Well, I
one?
just went Commonwealth of Virginia.
I would
I
hope
just threw it
someone
together. I go, okay, that's
Nice
what
job.
let's do. That was it.
I'm not even going to say what I was going to say.
Please do. Please do. What were you going to say?
Memphis, Arkansas.
They even play?
They don't even play.
Wouldn't that be a rivalry?
They didn't play.
It's right across the river.
When's the last time they played each other?
I don't know.
I did this old-fashioned hate. I didn't know that one.
Clean old-fashioned.
Okay, wait a second. Now we're 2-0 this week.
That's
so
right.
in the record, I got 32 wins.
And there's
on
only
here.
4 games a week because there's no show Thursday with Thanksgiving. So
there's no show on Thursday. Okay.
We don't come in on Thanksgiving.
What do we do? What's programming note? What do we do Friday?
Friday we will have our show from 6 to 8 a.m. and then pregame show is 8 to 11 for Nebraska, Iowa. So you just stick here for 25 more minutes.
Okay.
8 to 20, 8:25, and then we will have if you want to come watch the game here, you can. We will also have post game here and a watch party for Wisconsin, Nebraska.
That'll be a big win.
Volleyball.
That'll be a big win.
Wow, watch party here.
You can watch it the game. Yeah, you can watch the game here.
I'll be darned.
So there's your programming note for Friday.
I'll be go to hell.
Just staying. Nice win today.
Oh, no, you're packing up. I can tell.
All right.
I got to go see the governor.
Oh, that's right.
He's got to go to
If he can
Pender.
make it to Pender today at the Pender High School, love to see you.
AKA
Blue Ribbon Day.
Titletown.
Pender.
What's going on? Blue Ribbon Day.
They are a national awarded school for their high academic achievement.
You were part of that.
And I was a part of that.
So is Duke.
My 2.2 GPA.
Duke and Bill.
Part of that.
Part of that back in the day.
So I'll be there with the governor.
All right.
Yes.
We'll see you
Very
tomorrow,
excited.
then,
We're
Bill.
expecting 1,000 people.
That'll be fun.
All right. The spillover is
safe.
next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
The holidays are drawing closer, and there's not many things better than getting the gift of relaxation. Not just for yourself, but for anyone in your life. During November, for every service you get at the Body Shop, you get entered into their drawing for a free massage gift certificate equal to your last service. This goes all the way to the week before Christmas, so book your appointments now at thebodyshoplincoln.com and treat yourself and loved ones today. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken lips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Raph and AD. Before we get to the celebration for AD in a second. For
the celebration.
Quick reminder:
What are we celebrating?
We'll tell you in a second. We've got 3 high school football games today. State titles at 10:15. Pregame at 10 a.m. Class C1 will be number 1 Wahoo versus number 2 Boone Central. You have Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman on the call for that game.
Oh, no.
Is that Raph in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Raph.
So, okay. And, so Nick and Raph. I stand corrected. Nick and Raph. Sending Class C2 at 2:45. Pregame at 2:30. Norfolk Catholic against Ord. Are you also in that one too, Raph?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Raph, you have a day today.
Yeah. A lot of football.
Are you studied?
Yeah. Boone Central. They're always a powerhouse. Then you got Norfolk Catholic, who I believe head coach Jeff Beller has got, I think, like 9 state titles.
Okay.
Pushed a lot of future Huskers.
That's adequate knowledge.
Tonight, Class A, 7:15 pregame at 7. Omaha Westside has been an absolute monster all year against Elkhorn South. You'll have Nick Sainer and Amon Green on the call for that one. How about that AG up there in the call on the board?
Right. Good job.
So that's tonight, high school, and all day today for our 3 state title games in high school football. But I did mention that AD to my left is probably the happiest guy in this room this morning because look at that. Look at those eyes. We just mentioned at the end of the last segment, Matt Canada, the struggling Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator, has been fired as of this morning. AD, you look like a very happy person right there.
You know, I joke, but I'll say this, man. It is a rough business, and I can't say ever, I don't think anybody should say ever, rarely am I am at joy when someone loses their job. But, you know, you paid that type of money, and you have that type of performance. It's a business.
Was Canada making some money?
Yes. He was making some coin. And when you're an OC, a DC, any type of coach in the NFL, that you're expected to have results. And 10 points, you had 64 total yards against Cleveland in the first half last week.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, 64 yards. That'd be great in a series, but we had that in the entire half.
That's not good.
And then the second half, Warren rips a run off for 74 yards, and that eclipses the total yards we had for the first half. And this is what it wasn't. We all know this wasn't a one-game type decision. This was a body of work decision, and unfortunately, it was the same result we had Sunday. And Pittsburgh has way too many weapons offensively to be only having 10 points. So, like I said, I don't overgloat someone losing their job, but it was a business decision. It had to be done, man.
Yeah,
it had to be done.
Just know that when I walked in today, I was behind.
Don't lie.
And he did a round off back handspring back tuck, and said, "Yay!"
If I did if I did anything close to what Raph said, I'd be in a wheelchair right now. I would in a stretcher. Yeah,
Tomlin's reasonable.
He is. He gave Canada had ample amount of time, man.
Yeah.
He had ample time. He had years.
Yep.
And it was the same result. And granted, I'm going to say this too. It's not all on him either. Pickett's has underperformed big time.
Has he?
There have been receivers running wide open all year long, and Pickett's not hit them. You're going to stick obviously with Pickett's longer because he was your first round pick last year. But the honeymoon is over with Pickett's.
Think about in the preseason game, which doesn't matter, but he was exceptional. The Steelers' offense in the preseason was absolutely humming, and Pickett was incredible. And then the first game against San Francisco, they get absolutely mauled. I mean, just
in the first
completely murdered. They had like negative 10 yards of offense. It was all over.
Yeah.
But they're still 6-4. I mean, they're still a very much so a playoff contending team.
It's because of that defense.
Yeah,
their
defense is stellar. I think too. I think by watching the game on Sunday, gosh, I watched the Steelers on Sunday, but by watching that game, I just think I think the players kind of sometimes when you with the coordinator where you kind of hit the end of the road,
they had it,
and it just felt like there was just nothing. There was nothing there. Like there was no spark or anything. So it kind of surprised me that he let him go during the season. Like AD said, usually the Steelers wait till the end of the year. But I think it was a point where Tomlin was like, if we're going to make a run this year or any type, we've got to do something to change things up.
There was the game earlier, about a month and a half ago, when the Steelers lost to the Texans.
Yeah.
And we came in and Tomlin says, hell yeah, there's going to be changes, but there wasn't any changes made until right now, a month plus later. But again, I don't know who they go to now in the interim for that, if it's going to be a potential full-time thing for that person, but Canada's gone. Canada's gone no matter what.
And I'll tell you what, Tom won't have a problem finding a person. He's well respected throughout the league. Pittsburgh is an institution.
So what do you do during the season though? Is he just elevating within the staff? You don't go get somebody.
No, not right at this point, unless it's someone who's already been with the organization that's unemployed right now.
So you're just elevating right now.
I think you'll probably elevate. And I'll say this though, I'm not saying it's going to happen because who knows? I wouldn't be shocked if you see Roethlisberger somewhere in their shape or form.
Ooh, Big Ben.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's around Pittsburgh.
He's in his basement doing podcasts, hanging out.
Is that right?
And he bleeds the black and yellow, man. So again, it's obviously not going to be some other team, but it's probably going to be internal at this point. Maybe a collective effort.
I wonder, could you make Roethlisberger an offensive coordinator? No coaching experience.
Well, the plays we were getting called sometimes made you wonder if he had experience.
See, I can overthink things with the best of them.
Yeah.
He's never coached though. He's got to he's got to be more than just a play caller. He's got to manage,
he's got to scheme, manage.
Yeah, he's got to lead.
And if
he can do all that, probably, right?
You know what? To your point, though, you don't know because he's never done it before, or we don't know this if he has the desire to want to do that.
Work a lot
because you're going to work more as a coach than you did as a player.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot.
It's going to be hours.
Per the Pittsburgh Post Gazette regarding who's going to take that position in place of Matt Canada, they said it's not official yet, but it appears to likely be Mike Sullivan, who's the quarterback's coach.
Okay. Sully's a decent guy.
In terms of ranks, in terms of why this is viable, why this happened, and this is going to make AD cringe. But remember, you're 6-4. Okay, you're 6-4. Steelers are 28th in points per game at 16.6, which is low in today's NFL. 29th in touchdowns with 14, 30th in yards per game at 280, and 31st in passing yards per game at 170 per game.
And you say you have talent.
It's just ridiculous how much talent's on that offense.
Okay, that's trouble.
And they got two really good backs.
Deontay Johnson, Calvin Hill, Pickens. You got Warren as a running back. You got Najee as a running back. You got a great time in for Muth, who's hadn't seen the ball. It's like Freiermuth has been like Casper the Ghost this entire year. I mean, there's just so many weapons on that offense that rarely get the ball. It'll be, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? But it was a decision that had to be made.
Well, today's a good day for Raf because the Chiefs lose, so the Broncos can believe they have a chance.
2 games back in the hunt.
And a good day for me because the Dolphins benefit from the Chiefs losing too. Both teams now 7-3. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker, but there's games to be played still.
Did you watch the end of that game when Mahomes was going to the locker room and he tossed that towel and the fan dropped it? On Twitter, somebody says
fans can't catch.
He says even the fans can't catch Mahomes' balls. Mahomes played a heck of a game. I mean, and Mahomes is the type of guy, he's classy. He's not going to throw his guys under the bus because they know what they did. They made some major drops last night.
They lead the NFL in drops. They've got Travis Kelce, who's exceptional, and they have no receivers beyond that.
Not last night.
Not one receiver scares you.
Kelce dropped a couple.
Kelce had some drops, yeah.
And a fumble.
That's because T. Swift was not there.
That's what I think it is. I think
the security blanket was not there.
The jinx is on.
If that's why he dropped a couple passes, that's alarming to me.
I tell you what, though, KC is by far that's a team right there that will use this as fuel.
Yeah,
I mean that's a team to where they're like, that's cool. Watch this.
Well, here come the Dolphins, so not so fast, AD.
Dolphins on Black Friday.
On that note, that's it for us. The Drive with Raf. AD is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Living life to its fullest is just a free consultation away. If you're living with symptoms that you can't shake, then bring your low energy, brain fog,